Now, we're smiling, we may be laughing, but gaining knowledge should be a pleasurable experience. You know, when you're in school, if it's not pleasurable, who wants to be there? If I'm not growing, who wants to be there? If I'm not learning something useful, who wants to be there? Now, boot camp. I cut your hair. Sorry about them dreads, brother, but can't have that. And clip it all down, you know, and you're a soldier now, but there's an enemy somewhere. See, anytime you're a soldier being sent to Iraq or Afghanistan, you're not sent there to build a country. You're a soldier. Soldiers are sent to do what soldiers do. They kill. Am I making sense? Now, look at how crazy the system is. You're a mother. You're at home with your children. And now you are off to war. In the 40s, they never took a woman out of her house, took her away from her children, and sent her to war. Don't you know you can't kill and nurture at the same time? By nature, you are a nurturer of human life. But once they take you out of the home and put you in boot camp and send you to Afghanistan, then they had to teach you of an enemy that would take your life and put it in your heart to take that enemy's life. So before war, they have to make you hate the people that they're going to send you to war against. What made Muhammad Ali a great, honored, loved, and respected human being? Because when they asked him to step forward to join the army, he said, I'm not going. He said, the Viet Cong have not done anything to me. They never call me nigger. Wait now. That may sound simple, but somebody that does not respect your life is your enemy. So where are you going over there when your enemy is right here? See, so now, wait. But if I'm going to give you a job because you don't have one, don't know how to make one, I make the armed forces attractive. I make you a killer. I send you overseas. You do 1 tour of duty, 2 tours of duty, 3 tours of duty, and you come back home and there is no job. And you've been trained to kill. The economy falling apart. And the first law is survival. Look at where we live in the hood, man. You don't have an education that gives you an opportunity to be all that you could be. Columbus discovered America. I mean, come on. George Washington, he never told a lie, you know, sweet George. What are you being taught that you can actually use? Almost nothing. That's perpetrating a fraud to bring you to college and ask your parents to pay this kind of money, and then you borrow borrow money from the government, and when you leave college and can't find a job, you have a debt to pay and no money with which to pay it. That's perpetrating a fraud. So our young people are being used as tools. When the war was going in Iraq, and every day they would come on the news with the casualties. Did you notice the ages? 18, 19, 20, 22, 24. And on television, they call them heroes. They died for our country. Is it the truth? I'm asking a question. Did they really die for the benefit of the country, for freedom, for justice, for equity? Or did they die for oil, for drugs, to give America power in the Middle East, to control the oil coming out of that region of the world? This is what you died for, but who can tell you the truth? And if someone stands up to tell you the truth, we are anti-American. We are haters, when in fact, we are the real patriots. Freeing the American people from the bondage of ignorance that allows government to misuse their lives. I watched President Bush go home at night to his children at the White House, state dinners, Rumsfeld, Cheney, Condoleezza Rice, Colin Powell. See, we go home to our children. What do those mothers go home to? Those fathers, those friends whose hearts are aching over their friends that perished and are still perishing, or they come home broken, on drugs, wounds that can never heal, legs gone, arms gone, face destroyed. And then government sometimes won't give them the money they deserve. Try to find a way out of paying the soldiers who paid the ultimate price for the Agent Orange that has destroyed them. Some of our people think we've moved out of the inner cities to the suburbs, and we didn't know that we were moving out of a place where we had relative safety to an environment that looks good, but it's near some dump that is poisoning the water table. Your house looks better, but your health is worse because you're drinking water that is death. Who cares about you? Does government really care? Does corporate America really care? Then the last one to care must be you and me and us. And if we don't care, we go along with our own destruction because we're too cowardly to speak up, to unite, and to bring about real, meaningful change. So he keeps us ignorant so that he may use us as a tool and also a slave. Now, we wouldn't want to think that in 2010 that we are functioning as slaves. But a slave is a human being who is owned as property and is absolutely subject to the will of another. My God. Do you really think that we are free? Then why did Jesus say, "You shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free"? Then how can you know the truth except there's somebody willing to sacrifice their life to tell it? Because there are those who don't want the masses to learn so that they can keep us as tools and slaves. This is not a race thing. There are white people that are in this condition. There are Hispanics. There are Asians. But we are the worst off. So the Bible says, "My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge." Knowledge. He keeps us shackled. It's a metal fastening, usually one of a linked pair. You know how when we get arrested and the arms are here and the feet are shackled? Can you walk good? Have you seen those that are arrested trying to walk? They have to put their hand on their head when they put them in the vehicle. I've never had that experience, but I know some of us have. And sometimes if they want to be real mean, they just push your head into the automobile. Some of you have had that experience. Eh? Shackled, man. But you know the worst kind of shackle is when you're supposed to have an education, and yet the education does not give you power to make a life for yourself. Those are serious shackles.